From destroying the self to the true self, fundamental principles of Taoist practice. Taoist philosophy captivates many, yet its teachings often seem obscure and difficult to grasp. Countless individuals immerse themselves in Taoist practices, striving to understand the essence of the Tao, but only a rare few truly experience what Taoism describes as the Tao. Despite years of effort and practice, most people remain anchored in a philosophical understanding, ultimately only reaching the point of applying some Taoist wisdom to daily life or engaging in its health practices. Yet, only a handful truly embody the Tao, and even fewer achieve the profound state of unity with the Tao. Why is this so? Is Taoist wisdom truly that elusive? Laozi once said, "My words are easy to understand and easy to practice, yet few in the world can truly grasp or apply them." The paradox lies not in the teachings themselves, but in the approach. Many engage with Taoism through logic and reasoning, missing the deeper experiential path that Laozi pointed toward. The truth, as Laozi emphasized, is that his teachings are straightforward and practical. The key lies in embracing the core method of experiencing and realizing the Tao, which I've distilled into the phrase, "From destroying the self to the rebirth of the true self." The word destroying is intentionally strong, chosen to highlight that this transformation is far from easy. It requires tremendous effort, courage, and wisdom. As Zhuangzi expressed, it means to abandon the senses of the body, discard cleverness, let go of form and knowledge, and become one with the great unity. This journey is not just about change. It is a profound process of shedding the constructed self to allow the true self to emerge, harmonizing with the vast flow of the Tao. This principle is the heart of Taoist practice, a transformative journey from the ego-driven self to the authentic self, from illusion to reality. In this video, I will uncover the profound meaning behind this principle and offer practical guidance on how to integrate it into your life. Together, let's unravel the mysteries of Taoism and discover the path to inner peace, harmony, and self-realization. Taoism emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao. At the core of Taoist thought is the journey from the ego-driven self to a state of alignment with the natural order of the universe, a process I summarize as from destroying the self to the rebirth of the true self. This journey is not about literal self-destruction but rather a profound transformation, shedding the ego, illusions, and societal conditioning to uncover the authentic self. Though there are numerous books available and countless voices online discussing Taoist philosophy and practices, few approach it the way I do. If this topic resonates with you, don't forget to like, save, and stay tuned. Part 1. The nature of the self and ego in Taoism. Rather than seeking to annihilate the individual, Taoist practice focuses on dissolving the layers of the ego that obscure the deeper, authentic self, an essence that is innately in harmony with the Tao. This deeper self is not a new or constructed identity, but a rediscovery of one's original, intrinsic nature. It is a state of being that exists beyond the superficial layers of external conditioning and internal distortions. In Taoist thought, the true self is often seen as the original nature or the innate nature. This original nature is pure and untainted, reflecting a deep, unblemished connection to the Tao. It represents a state of perfect alignment with the natural order and the universe's intrinsic flow, embodying qualities such as simplicity, spontaneity, and compassion. This inherent nature is believed to be obscured by layers of societal expectations, personal desires, and self-constructed identities, which are simply elements shaped and accumulated from the environment and society into which one is born. Just as your physical body is built from the material intake of food and water, these layers of external influences and internal conditioning build up over time, concealing the true self beneath. These layers create a false self that seems to be one's true identity but actually serves as a mask, obscuring the authentic self. The Taoist journey is thus about peeling away these accumulated layers, uncovering the original self that exists in a state of effortless harmony with the Tao. It is a process of revealing the true essence, which is naturally aligned with the flow of the universe, free from the distortions of ego and societal conditioning. The true self, in this context, is characterized by a deep sense of inner peace and alignment, where actions and thoughts flow naturally and spontaneously, free from the constraints of ego and personal ambition. It is not about creating a new identity but about reconnecting with the essence of who one truly is, an expression of the Tao itself. In essence, Taoist practice is a process of returning to the purity and simplicity of one's original nature, where one can live in true harmony with the world and the Tao. This journey is marked by a gradual shedding of ego-driven illusions and a deepening realization of one's inherent unity with the natural order. Part 2. The journey from destroying the self to the true self. 1. Recognizing the illusions of the ego. The first step on this transformative journey is awakening to the fact that the ego, the constructed self, is frequently driven by desires, attachments, and fears that warp our perception of reality. This moment of recognition is pivotal. It's like lifting the veil and seeing for the first time how the ego distorts our view of the world. Imagine peering through a foggy window and suddenly clearing it to reveal a clearer view of your surroundings. Taoist practices such as meditation, contemplation, and self-inquiry are your tools for this awakening. They help you observe the mind's ceaseless chatter and the fleeting nature of thoughts and emotions. By tuning into these practices, you start to understand the transient and often deceptive nature of the ego's influence, like watching clouds drift across the sky, ever-changing and insubstantial. This clarity is the first step in breaking free from the illusions that have shaped your sense of self. 2. Letting go of attachments. At the heart of destroying the self lies the art of letting go of attachments, whether to material possessions, social status, beliefs, or even specific aspects of your identity. In Taoism, these attachments are viewed as chains that tether you to the ego, keeping you bound and limited. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you grip, the more sand slips through your fingers. Letting go of attachments is like gently opening your hand, allowing the sand to flow freely, rather than clutching it desperately. This process doesn't mean you abandon your life or shirk your responsibilities. Instead, it's about cultivating a sense of detachment, being fully engaged with the world without being ensnared by it. By practicing this kind of mindful release, you find yourself navigating life with greater ease and freedom, like a leaf drifting on a stream, moving with the flow rather than struggling against it. 3. Cultivating emptiness. In Taoism, cultivating emptiness is not about embracing a void or slipping into nihilism. Instead, it represents a state of openness and receptivity, a mind and spirit clear of preconceptions, desires, and judgments. This emptiness is akin to creating a spacious, unfilled vessel that allows the Tao to flow effortlessly through. Think of it as the metaphor of the uncarved block, a symbol of pure potential and the pristine nature of your original self, before it's shaped and sculpted by societal conditioning. Just as an uncarved block holds the potential for any form, cultivating emptiness allows you to tap into the boundless possibilities of your natural state. By emptying the mind and heart, you make room for the Tao's subtle currents to guide and influence you, much like a clear, still pond reflecting the sky above without distortion. This state of emptiness is not a loss but a profound gain, a return to the simplicity and purity that allows you to experience the world in its truest form. 4. Practicing non-action Wu Wei. Non-action, or Wu Wei, is a cornerstone of Taoist practice, guiding you to live in harmony with the Tao through effortless action. That's why you often hear this term mentioned. This principle is not about doing nothing but rather about acting without force or excessive striving. It's about aligning with the natural flow of life, so your actions emerge effortlessly and naturally. Imagine a river flowing smoothly around rocks and bends, never forcing its way but always moving with the current. Embracing Wu Wei is like becoming that river, allowing the Tao to guide your actions without resistance or struggle. When you practice non-action, you act spontaneously, in tune with the rhythm of life, rather than pushing or controlling outcomes. This state of non-action arises naturally as the ego dissolves, freeing you from the need to impose your will. Your actions become harmonious and responsive to the flow of life, like a dance that feels effortless because it is perfectly attuned to the music. In this way, Wu Wei reflects the Taoist ideal of living with ease and grace, allowing the Tao to flow through you and guide your path. 5. Embracing simplicity and naturalness. The Taoist path celebrates simplicity and naturalness, inviting you to live in a way that is true to your authentic self. This principle calls for stripping away the layers of unnecessary complexity and pretense that society imposes, and instead, reconnecting with a more straightforward, genuine way of being. Imagine peeling away layers of artificial embellishments to reveal a clear, unadorned core. Embracing simplicity means cutting through the clutter of modern life and returning to what is truly essential. It's about shedding the burdens of social expectations and personal ambitions to live in harmony with your innate nature. This process is like returning to the source, rediscovering the wisdom and purity of your original self. It's akin to a river finding its way back to its natural course, flowing effortlessly and gracefully without the interference of man-made obstructions. By aligning with simplicity and naturalness, you reconnect with the Tao, allowing its guidance to flow through you in a more authentic and harmonious manner. 6. Revealing the true self. As the layers of the ego are gradually peeled away, what emerges is the true self, a state of being that is both authentic and in harmony with the Tao. This true self is not a rigid or fixed identity but a dynamic, fluid expression of the Tao itself, unburdened by the constraints of ego and illusion. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble to reveal the form within. Similarly, as you remove the accumulated layers of self-illusion and societal conditioning, you uncover a deeper, more genuine aspect of yourself. This true self is marked by a profound sense of peace and purpose, a natural alignment with the rhythms and order of the universe. Living from this true self means moving through life with a sense of ease and grace, as your actions and decisions flow effortlessly from a place of inner alignment. It is a state where you are deeply connected to both yourself and the world around you, reflecting the harmony of the Tao in your daily existence. Part 3. The ultimate goal: living in harmony with the Tao. The journey from destroying the self to discovering the true self is not about rejecting life or renouncing the self, but rather about finding a deeper, more authentic way of living. By embracing Taoist principles, you learn to navigate life with grace, flexibility, and wisdom, moving beyond societal norms and personal desires to flow effortlessly with the Tao. In Taoism, this harmonious state of being is often likened to water, adaptable, humble, and persistent. Water, though gentle and yielding, possesses the remarkable ability to overcome obstacles not through force, but through its inherent persistence and adaptability. It finds its way around barriers, gradually wearing them down or flowing around them with ease. Similarly, the true self, once revealed, moves through life with a natural flow, embracing challenges and changes with resilience and ease. It operates not by resisting or struggling, but by harmonizing with the ever-changing currents of existence. In this way, living in harmony with the Tao means embodying the qualities of water, effortlessly adapting, remaining humble, and persistently pursuing a path of alignment and peace. Part 4. Conclusion: the Taoist journey from destroying the self to discovering the true self is a profound path of liberation and self-discovery. It invites you to live authentically, breaking free from the constraints of the ego and aligning with the natural flow of the universe. Through the practices of mindfulness, detachment, and embracing simplicity, you transcend the illusions created by the ego and uncover a deeper connection to the Tao. This transformative process is at the heart of Taoist wisdom. It reveals the essence of a balanced and fulfilled life, where harmony with the Tao guides your every step. By letting go of ego-driven illusions and returning to your true nature, you open yourself to a life of true peace, purpose, and grace. Embracing this journey is not merely a philosophical endeavor, but a practical path to living a deeply harmonious and enriched life. That wraps up this video. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you have any questions or thoughts on the topic, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd be delighted to discuss and explore these ideas with you further. Before you go, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Sharing it with your friends and family would also be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your support.